said a hip hop, the hippie to the hip hop, you don't stop the rock.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 times movie trailers lied to you.
I can't wait to show you my toys.
How are we gonna deal with this? We take them on, one at a time.
I'm here with Ronnie Barnhart, one of the security guards here at the mall, who can hopefully...
Ma'am, I'm the head of mall security. You should do that again and say it right.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most egregious times movie trailers intentionally deceived audiences. These will be different from purely unintentionally misleading movie trailers. These are more about purposeful deception. Warning, spoiler alert. Can you think of another trailer that intentionally deceived its audience? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Number 10. Avengers Infinity War. The trailer for Infinity War contains a few small changes that are different from their movie counterpart moments. It's nothing egregious by any means, but it's still interesting to note.
We have a Hulk.
For example, the trailer depicts the heroes, including Hulk, running towards the screen in a forest environment. In the movie, this scene takes place in an open field, and the Hulk is not present.
Wakanda forever!
It also depicts Thanos having 2 stones on Titan, whereas in the movie, he has 4.
But this does put a smile on my face.
Finally, there's a shot of Bruce Banner standing beside the Hulkbuster arm, which does not appear in the movie. Most of these were done to prevent spoilers, so we suppose we can accept it.
Hulk, we got a lot to figure out, pal.
Number 9. Kangaroo Jack.
20 years ago, Charlie met Lewis. Today,
I need your help.
he wished he never had.
While this is a comedy, it is certainly not a family-friendly comedy. In fact, it was originally written and filmed as a dark mafia comedy, but producers changed it at the last second to a PG-rated family comedy through some sly editing and CGI.
We are carrying $50,000 of mob money.
This change in style is reflected in the movie's marketing, which contains a lot of wacky hijinks involving a terrible CGI kangaroo, which also happens to talk, dance, and rap.
I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hip hop, you don't stop the rock.
However, the kangaroo isn't in the movie nearly as much as the trailer suggests, and it only talks in one very brief dream sequence.
Oi, chicken blood, chicken blood, chicken blood, chicken blood.
It was a blatant act of false advertising, and it worked, as the movie opened at number 1 over the MLK weekend.
This is great. See, I am Jackie Legs, and I'd like to say hello.
Number 8. Observant Report.
I'm here with Ronnie Barnhart, one of the security guards here at the mall, who can hopefully...
Ma'am, I'm the head of mall security. You should do that again and say it right.
Anyone who has actually seen Observant Report will tell you that it's essentially a comedic version of Taxi Driver.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Seth Rogen stars as a mentally unhinged and unstable mall cop who tries to stop a flasher from tormenting his mall. The movie's tone and content is also deeply unwelcoming, as it's a very dark story filled with scenes of shootings, drug use, and worse. In other words, it's not Judd Apatow's version of Paul Blart.
With all due respect, sir, I can't observe and report from the outside.
Unfortunately, that is exactly what the trailers portrayed. But what the trailer depicts as typical Rogen wackiness is actually the dialogue and actions of a deeply unhinged, delusional, and violent protagonist.
I'm just a regular guy in the mall. I got no rules to follow. Just got myself and my instinct.
Number 7. Drive.
You put this kid behind the wheel. There's nothing he can't do.
This masterpiece from director Nicholas Winding Refn is a very slow, very methodical film involving a getaway driver and his involvement in the personal life of his neighbor Irene. Like most of Refn's movies, it favors style, music, and tone over story, offering up gorgeous visuals and a lumbering pace that may have those coming to see a Fast and the Furious style action movie checking their watches.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Thanks for the water.
Why Fast and the Furious? Because that's exactly how the trailer portrayed the film. It took the 10 minutes of action that is in the movie and filled the trailer with it, making the movie appear as some high-octane, pulse-pounding mobster flick. Number 6. After Earth.
Crash landed. 2 confirmed survivors.
Will Smith is one of the biggest stars in the world, so naturally people want to see him. It also helped that Smith was going through a career resurgence at this time, having just starred in Men in Black 3 after 4 years of silence. The trailer made After Earth seem like some epic sci-fi extravaganza starring Smith and his son Jaden, complete with Smith's voiceover running throughout the entire length of the trailer.
This is a Class 1 quarantined planet.
In reality, Smith is a lesser presence in the movie, as his character breaks his legs and sits around in the spaceship. The trailer also hid the involvement of director M. Night Shyamalan, who was going through a record slump at the time of the movie's release.
You're wrong! I'm not a coward! You're the coward!
Number 5. Hereditary. This is an instance of an intentionally dishonest trailer, making the movie even better. The trailer promises some creepy supernatural link between the recently deceased grandmother and her orange sweater-clad granddaughter.
She had private rituals, private friends.
It also presents the film as a ghost story, complete with creepy but cliché declarations like, "She isn't gone." The movie barely involves ghosts, but focuses instead on the occult and Annie's severe mental degradation.
Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
The trailer also makes the granddaughter seem far more prevalent than she actually is, as the movie throws a major curveball at the audience about 30 minutes in. It's one of the most shocking sequences in recent memory, especially if you had seen the trailer beforehand. Number 4. Magic Mike.
Last one, ladies. Can you tell us who this?
This movie about male strippers was directed by Steven Soderbergh, an intelligent, Academy Award-winning director behind beloved movies like The Ocean's Trilogy, Aaron Brockovich, and Contagion.
That's good to know.
Judging by the trailer, you wouldn't know that such an acclaimed director was behind the movie, as it mostly focuses on shirtless, sweaty, muscular male bodies dancing to music and walking on the beach, all backed by Rihanna's fun and bouncy We Found Love.
Entrepreneur stripper, stripper entrepreneur.
Either one.
I was hoping this was all a joke.
It's pretty funny.
However, the movie was far better than its relatively shallow trailer would suggest, and there's maybe 5 minutes of dancing in the whole movie. As such, it was often criticized by those who just wanted to watch Channing Tatum and Matthew McConaughey strut around shirtless for 2 hours.
That too, the law says that you cannot touch. But I think I see a lot of lawbreakers up in this house.
Number 3. Godzilla. We're starting to see a pattern of trailers condensing 5 or 10 minutes of screen time and making it seem like the entire movie. Godzilla fans were also unfortunate victims of this ploy.
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control.
Bryan Cranston was hot around 2014 owing to the ending of Breaking Bad, so he was peppered throughout the trailer of Godzilla.
You have no idea what's coming.
However, he's only in roughly 1/3 of the movie, and the real protagonist is Aaron Taylor Johnson's Ford Brody.
60 seconds if I can access it. I retrofitted that device myself.
Okay, whatever, as long as there's a lot of good Godzilla action. Well, there isn't, because he's in it for maybe 10 minutes. This bait and switch was repeated with Kingsman: The Golden Circle, whose trailer made Channing Tatum seem far more prevalent and important than he actually was. Number 2. Spring Breakers.
You just got hypnotized and transported to another realm, y'all, and this lasts forever.
It's fitting that both Spring Breakers and Magic Mike were released in 2012, as they both pulled similar stunts in their advertising. Like Magic Mike, Spring Breakers focused on the loud and the shallow, namely James Franco hamming it up with a silver grill and lots of attractive ladies in skimpy bikinis.
Hello, place, y'all. You can change who you are, y'all. Bikinis and big booties, y'all. That's what life is about.
And while it certainly delivered on that front, the movie was also far weirder and more artful than the trailer would suggest, with some even calling it an allegory for young people's problematic obsession with shallow pop culture. The colorful bikinis aren't the point, despite what the trailer would have us believe.
Live life to the fullest. Spring break. Spring break forever.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The movie isn't about Liam Neeson fist-fighting wolves. The Gray.
How are we going to deal with this? We take them on, one at a time.
They forgot to remind audiences that Sweeney Todd is a musical. Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street.
I can guarantee the closest shave you will ever know.
May the good Lord smile on you.
The years, no doubt, have changed me.
Really, not much romantic about this movie. Passengers.
You clean up pretty good yourself.
You two look fine this evening.
We're on a date.
Very nice.
Took you long enough to ask.
Movie about cannibalism turned into a wacky screwball comedy. Ravenous.
Captain John Boyd is about to discover
No one just ends up at Fort Spencer. We come for a reason.
Yours being?
Well, something he never imagined.
Actually, more teenage introspection. Less sexy Megan Fox. Jennifer's Body.
You're killing people. No, I'm killing boys. Are you scared?
Thought you only murdered boys.
I go both ways.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Suicide Squad.
Let's go save the world.
The DCEU was in a bad place in the mid-2010s, and it consistently fell short of Marvel's high bar. Part of the criticism stemmed from the series' dark and humorless tone. Enter Suicide Squad, which promised to be more fun, complete with bright neon colors, loads of humor, and Jared Leto's gleefully unhinged Joker. Even Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody.
I can't wait to show you my toys.
It was clearly a ploy to snag the playful Marvel crowd, as the movie itself was nothing like that. It was dark, it was dour, the humor that was present was tonally inconsistent with the rest of the movie, and above all, it was boring.
The fire in my loins. The itch in my crotch.
Not to mention Leto's Joker. Underwhelming doesn't even begin to describe it.
Bring the car around. We're going for a drive.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.